Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a 8th grade advice and tips video coming from a girl who's going right into her freshman year in exactly 30 days. I know that back to school is a really hot topic right now, especially on YouTube. I'm getting them all over my feed. Freshman year and 8th grade advice videos are the ones I see the most, so I was thinking it would be perfect for me to do this for you guys. I have so much advice for you guys and I'm really excited to share with you, so let's get into the video. So the first topic I want to get into is grades, which I think is one of the most important ones. So one of the first things I have up here is that your grades absolutely matter, you guys. I had so many people telling me like, oh, just fly by through it, like it's not serious, you don't really need to pay that much attention to your grades, you don't need to work that hard because it doesn't matter, especially in college. But guys, like, I hope you understand, and I was just thinking about this like towards the end of my 8th grade year, but the grades that you get in your middle school year, especially in 8th grade, those grades set up the classes that you're going to be getting into in high school. All of the grades that you get during your middle school year, especially in 8th grade, will set you up for all of the classes that you're going to be put in high school, because a lot of people get different ones. Me personally, I have all honors classes, especially since I was put in the algebra class at my school. So I took a Keystone already, which is something you do in high school, and algebra is also a 9th grade class. So I got to take it early, and now I'm moving up ahead and I'm doing geometry my first year. So another thing I have under this topic is to create good study habits. Guys, it matters so much, because I'm telling you now, like my friends in high school will tell me now, like you need to create good study habits. Because when you get to high school, work isn't as easy, things aren't as easy, you get more work and things like that. So you do want to be able to have good study habits. And I understand people who do like sports and things like that, maybe extracurriculars, but you also need to make time. Like I feel like you shouldn't be doing those things if you can't also maintain your grades, make sure to study, and just so helpful. If you do create good study habits, especially before high school, then you won't be completely lost. And I'm glad that I did, because now I'm a lot more prepared, especially after talking to my friends in other grades. Please, 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 you guys, ask your teachers questions. If you want to be completely lost, not asking questions and just being confused and going with the flow with it is a good way to do that. You do not want to be lost, and that's what the teachers there are for. I know I used to think that I would be maybe annoying my teachers if I did ask questions or if I was confused by a certain thing, but that's what they're there for. You will not be able to learn if you're lost and just confused. That's what they're there for. You need to ask them questions, and they're there to help you out. I promise they won't bite, okay? Don't cheat. Like, it's just, it doesn't even make sense. Cheating may seem good when you're, you know, doing your little assignments and you need help on a question or a test, right? But when you guys get to those state tests, cheating isn't an option. You won't really know what's going on. If you cheat and you maintain your grades and you're like, ooh, I'm good, I'm good now. And then when you get to a higher class, you're going to be confused because you don't actually know what's going on. And this is going to make you even more lost. So I wouldn't say do it, because I know from my friend's experience, okay? The last one under the grades category is to pay attention. This kind of goes hand in hand with everything, but just like, don't be goofing off in class. Don't be that one kid that's always loud and talking during the lesson and things like that. Like, it just doesn't look good to the teachers or to the people around you, and it's kind of annoying. Like, come on, we're all here to learn, we're all here to try to get our stuff done. Just focus on what you need to do in your work. There's times to laugh, there's time to play. Like, I sound like my teachers, but like, it's true. They really just want you to understand. So paying attention is the only way to do that, okay? Take notes, that too. Do that, okay? So the next category will be friends. So one of the first points I have under here is to join clubs, join sports, do extracurriculars, anything you can try to do outside of the school hours and those lessons. So me personally, I started doing musicals in 5th grade, which isn't technically middle school, but I was online. So once I got to 6th grade and I was in person, I was in middle school. So the program that I'm in is a 5th through 12th grade. So I knew kids my age, I knew kids that were about to graduate that year, it was a really good group of people. It was something I love to do, like singing, dancing, and acting. I love that stuff, and it was even better because I found people in that group that love to do the same thing as me, so we just got along. And now I'm not saying that you'll get along with everyone in the extracurricular, because I know that's not possible. Like, there's always going to be people that don't get along, but it's such a great way to make friends. I was really like timid and shy in the beginning, and now I know everybody. I'm one of the older kids in the program. I talk to everybody. Like, it's a really good way to make friends, and I definitely suggest it. Next point under this category is pick and choose your friends, guys. By pick and choose, I don't mean be picky when it comes to making friends. Like, oh, she wears this, so I don't think I want to try and be friends with her, or she does this, so I need to be friends with her. So when you become friends with somebody and maybe they're doing things that you don't want to associate yourself with, or they're hanging out with people that just are, you just know they're bad and you don't need to be around that, grades are slipping, like they don't care about anything, like that's when you know to pick and choose. You know, guys, what I mean? When you have friends that are, you know, like trying their best, and they're sweet and they're kind and they're not acting a fool, they're respectful, things like that, like, you know, they're the ones to keep. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by pick and choose. So definitely do that, because once you're around the right people, then your year will just be like 10 times better, I promise you. Don't be afraid to cut some people off, and that goes hand in hand with the pick and choose your friends. Like, if there's people that you really don't need to be around, and I just said, like, what category they fit into, you do not need to be around them. So I'm just saying, like, I understand maybe if you knew somebody for so long and they're just kind of changing and not in a good way, then like I understand. Not being friends with them anymore doesn't mean you need to hate them. It doesn't mean you're gonna have beef forever and now there's a fiery rivalry between you two of you. Like, it's not like that at all, guys. It's just you don't hang out as much. Like, you're protecting your image and yourself, and that's what you need to do. Next topic is your hygiene and your mental health. Guys, make sure you eat enough, make sure you're drinking water, make sure you're not just eating chips and juice every day, one meal a day. Like, it's really not good for you. Like, when I tell you it's just gonna make you so miserable, like, it tastes great, but it's not good for your body to be eating every day. I understand eating a snack or two, because I do. I eat a snack or two all the time, but like, drink some water. Drink at least a bottle of 2 a day. Like, you need it. Drink some water, please. Thank you. Maybe you eat 2 meals a day. That's better than 1 and it being chips and juice. You get me? Okay. Guys, clean up. By clean up, I mean, like, you know, deodorize, brush your teeth, wash your face, shower. And I know it seems like it doesn't need to be said, but like, there's always that one person that may like need a little extra help with that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, make sure that you smell good. Maybe if you need to take an extra shower a day, then do that. It just makes everything better. Like, you want to feel clean and you want to smell good. It makes people want to be around you more. I'm just saying that. So like, definitely do that. Like, take care of yourself. That's what it is. Guys, don't overwork yourself. I know I definitely said, like, make sure you have time to study, make sure you're doing all these extracurriculars, make sure you're staying on top of your work, things like that, but you also need time for yourself. Take naps, go get a snack or something, like, I don't know, do a spa day, do some skincare, like, take a break, because once you overwork yourself, you just burn out, and you don't want that. Like, eating is a good way to stay healthy, staying clean is a good way to stay healthy, but like, just being with yourself and making sure that you're good in your mind is the best way to be healthy. You know what I mean? So the last point under the hygiene category is to keep an emergency kit. This one is more targeted to my girl viewers, but I know some guys want to have something to, you know, just freshen up during school or something like that, especially if you guys have like gym days where you guys have to change in and out of clothes, things like that. So usually just contain things like deodorant, perfume, and gum, and things like that. Really helpful, and I'm going to make a video on what to put in those. It'll probably be up by this week, like I said, but look out for that, and I will give you guys a good list with details and everything of what to put in there. So usually this isn't in one of these videos, but I'm going to put it in. The next category is the staff. It's not a long one, but it needs to be said. Guys, please be nice to all of the staff that you have in your school, or at least respectful. Like the teachers, the janitors, the lunch ladies, the security guards, everybody that you see at that school working, especially if it's kids too, but like everybody that works at that school, be respectful. Like, they're just there to get their money, just like your parents would be going to their work every day, or your sister goes to work, your brother goes to work. They're doing the same thing, and they don't need to be kind to you, they don't need to be respectful to you, but most of the time they are. So put that back out there. I hate just seeing people being rude to workers. Like, you don't need to do that at all, especially in like restaurants and schools. Like, the teachers are there to help you learn, they're there to help you out, they're doing the best they can. So like, just be respectful. You don't always have to be super nice and super buddy with them, but like, don't give them a hard time. Like, nobody wants to see that. So the next one under this category is to clean up. I've seen so many people at my school after lunch and things like that, leaving like papers on the floor, their mess on the floor, dropping their lunch and just trying not to clean it up, things like that, dropping wrappers, gum wrappers, all of that in the lunchroom, in the hallways, in the classrooms. Like, you guys do not need to do that. I hope y'all understand when I say this. Like, y'all are old enough to be cleaning up after yourself. Maybe you leave a mess everywhere at home. I don't know how your home works. I don't know how your parents work. I don't know how your guardians work. But I'm sure that your parents or your guardians are not your maids. And neither are the teachers, neither are the janitors, neither lunch ladies, the staff, none of them. They're not your maids. They're not there to clean up after you. You are old enough not to be making a mess and to not just leave it there. Like, y'all really need to stop that. It's so, like, nobody needs to do that. If your parents, your guardians, your aunties, your uncles, your sisters, if they're not your maids, then neither are the staff at the school. One for the staff is to talk to your counselors. So this is like a really big thing in high school, more of, kind of, but like in your middle school year, especially 8th grade, it's really important to talk to your counselors. My counselor, I loved her. She always was giving me great information. I know your counselors towards the end of the year in your 8th grade year will be there to help you request electives and things like that and tell you about high school and how it is there. But if you have questions about sports, extracurriculars, about studying habits, upcoming high school things, like, they're always really helpful about that. They're not only just there for your problems and when you need help, which is really good, but like, they also have so much good information about school and things you need to do. So like, go to them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. It's really helpful. So this next short and sweet category is boys. All I'm gonna say is don't do it. I'm gonna say is don't give them the time of day. Don't put them over your school. Don't put them over your family. Don't put them over whatever your top priorities is. They should not be a top priority. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They're garbage. We're not worried about them, okay? That's short and sweet. Thank you. Next category. So my very last point in this video is to just be yourself. I know this is probably said like a million times. You're like, Crystal, I don't want to hear this anymore. Like, I'm so tired. Everybody says this. But like, I'm serious. Just be yourself. Like, your 8th grade and your 7th grade years, your middle school years, they only come once. And like, trying to put up a front or a fake personality throughout that is just make things like so much harder. It's not fun, and you're not gonna find the right friends if you act like somebody else. You know what I mean? If you guys want genuine friends, you have to be genuine too. You know what I mean? Middle school only comes once. All the events, like the dances and the moving up, graduation, field trips, like all of that only comes once. All of it is your last steps before high school, so like, enjoy it. Like, that's when things get a little more crazy, a little more serious. So like, have fun, okay? That's what I mean. Have fun, be yourself, just enjoy it, okay? That's what I want you guys to do. So that is gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. So one of the next videos I'm gonna put out probably this week along with this one is the what to put in your emergency kit. So I'm definitely gonna do that one for you guys. I think that you really need it, and along with this advice, it's gonna be really good to have for your upcoming years. Once again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to anyone else who might need some advice. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.